Welcome back to the Fire Emblem Awakening playthrough. Last time we completed an incredibly annoying chapter. So much luck hacks there, and it wasn't even with Anna. Anyway, let's put that out of our minds. This time we're actually going to be continuing with the main plot. After a few things. Now, something kind of interesting has just shown up that I definitely want to show. Well, firstly, this shop here sells javelins and hand axes, which definitely will be quite useful, so I'm going to go ahead and buy and I'm sorry for talking over you, Dixon. I'm going to go ahead and buy another javelin for Kellum. And for Donald, because his is almost gone. And Sully could actually use one too. And that's pretty much all. Now, here's the thing that I wanted to actually show. As you can see, there was already a Risen group here, an Archer group. But another group of Risen just spawned on the same map location. This is kind of interesting. This can happen sometimes, and when it does, something sort of interesting happens. Now, I'm not actually going to fight these guys, but I am going to show you what happens when you get two Risen groups spawning on the same spot, because I'm glad the game's finally given me an opportunity to show it. If two groups of Risen spawn on the same spot, you will have to fight both of them. Yeah. If you look at the map here, there's 21 Risen. And look at all those red dots. Yes, we have to fight both groups of Risen at once. So the Archers plus these guys. Now, another thing about this is, these Risen here are a unique type of Risen that are exclusively undead. Revenants. If you played Sacred Stones, you might remember these guys. They look very weird in this game, though. They're kind of like half zombie, half blob monster with a hood with a stitched mouth over their face. They're kind of creepy. Their head also jiggles around wildly, so yeah, these guys look very disturbing. Basically, as you can see, they have very low stats in just about every area except for strength. They do have high HP, though. Some of these will drop gold, and Risen skirmishes are pretty much the main area where you'll be gaining more gold. I'm just not going to be doing many in this playthrough, because at this early in the game, they'll make me a bit over-leveled, especially this many enemies, because Revenants actually give quite a large amount of experience points, especially for something as weak as they are, so they're quite easy to kill and give a lot of experience. So if you want grinding, Revenant groups can be quite useful for that, especially if you see some of these guys here. These are entombed. As you can see, their stats are a bit different. They have very high luck, but roughly the same amount of HP, but less strength. These guys are the nobles of Risen. They're basically golden zombies. They're called mummies in the Japanese version. Now, Entombed have always been notable in the entire series. Sacred Stones and Gaiden, the only games other than this one where they appeared. Entombed give a massive amount of experience points. If you're unpromoted, you'll pretty much gain a guaranteed level up from killing one. They're basically Fire Emblem's equivalent of Ordino from Pokemon, or Blissey, so yeah, they give a massive amount of experience, and if you see them in a map, be sure to take them down, because they're quite rare. Also, Revenants and Entombed use claws. They're actually quite powerful as far as weapons go. Wait, really? You're using arc fire this early in the game? That's kind of annoying. And they've also got steel weapons, so generally speaking, on higher difficulties, well, on Lunatic, they're just kind of ridiculous, but on hard mode at least, on hard mode, Risen skirmishes tend to be slightly more difficult than the main story battles of that point in the game, at least early on. On Lunatic mode, though, they don't want you grinding. Do not take on Risen skirmishes on Lunatic mode ever. Trust me, you don't want to know how strong they are. Anyway, though, we do have an enormous number of supports here. Now, firstly, oh boy, Crawl and Mary Sue have reached S. Now, I'm just going to say this here. I'm not going to initiate this support just yet. Personally, I don't think it's appropriate for them to do this just yet. I think it's a little too early in the game for such a big thing, so I'm going to actually put this off deliberately until much later. Once characters have unlocked a support, you can actually initiate it at any time, but Chrom and Mary Sue will not be married until I initiate this S support. Now, that's important because if you don't want Chrom marrying someone, you can simply leave them an A and not initiate the S and you'll be fine. At least until you get to the cutoff point, but I'll talk about that later. So, just saying, Chrom, Mary Sue, I am not going to be doing their S just yet. It's also a bit broken at this point in the game. However, we do have a support between Lissa and Long Ku, finally. So let's go ahead and do that.
Huh?
I think I know the reason why I didn't get a support, though. Long Ku, because of his fear of women, Long Ku's supports with any female character are extremely slow to build up. So, nice attention to detail there in the gameplay mechanics. And get used to Long Ku's stuttering, because you're going to be hearing that a lot in these supports. So apparently Long Ku has been assigned to guard Lissa. Well, actually I did that, not Chrom, but let's just pretend it was Chrom who said that. Well, this is Fire Emblem. Every day there are plots on Lissa's life. She's the healer, so the enemies love targeting her. Again, it's because you're a healer. That's kind of what happens. At least it's not as bad as it was in Fire Emblem 1, where the only way for healers to level up was to get attacked by enemies. Oh, wow, I'm so glad they fixed that. Really? Okay, so apparently Stahl's brother is not the only one who wants butterflies. Plot twist, Long Ku is actually Stahl's brother. I guess that explains the butterfly on the end of Long Ku's sword in his official art, though. And again, this is why I ship these two so much. Well, that's too big a step for Long Ku at this point.
Women.
There is a reason for this. You'll only find out directly via one of Long Ku's supports with someone who doesn't join until much later on in the game.
Huh?
So they're going to start out like this, but Long Ku hopefully is going to warm up to her. And now we have a conversation between Stahl and Sully, the A support.
Thanks.
Looks like Stahl's finally getting his act together. Yes, think positive and you'll actually do really well.
Right.
Nah.
That's actually sort of weird, because from the looks of things, Sully is actually showing up him as far as strength goes. I still really hope I don't fall victim to the Cain and Abel curse, but I still might.
Nah.
Now this is interesting. And I like this about their relationship. And I don't think this is going to happen, because again, barring the RNG going reverse, you're likely the one who will be surpassing him. At least in this playthrough.
So,
But she's back.
very nice.
And they've attained an A support. So they're really getting there. They're probably the closest support that we've got so far, but they did join very early. And as for another support, we have Rickon and Maribel. And I'm gonna be gushing about this support line a lot because I really, really do like this support line.
Thanks.
For one, they both like tea.
No. No.
Yes, apparently Maribel has drunk so much tea that has replaced blood in her body. Now this is important because, yeah, turns out Ricken is actually a member of a noble family. You wouldn't have known that just by looking at him.
What?
No.
But Ricken's house is very broke at this point. Maybe just like Virion, they've had deals with Tender Lender or something.
Wow. So sorry.
And that's why I like this support line so much. Maribel is, well, Ricken is one of the few people, besides Lissa, that Maribel isn't openly cold to at first. She's actually very friendly with him and completely supportive of him right from the start, and I really like that in a pairing. And again, we've done every conversation except for these two, and because of that we'll have the support icon will be glowing orange for a long time, but we'll just have to live with that because I do think it's a bit too early to go for this support between them. There's also a Wyvern Rider who's shown up at the arena there. But, yeah, time to head on to Lillistol. Lillistol? Yillistol. Anyway. Let me just see how we're going in terms of levels. Also, I need to give Ephraim's Lance to someone. Who has a C rank? I mean, Sully does, but she's already got a lot of good lances. Hey, Kellum could do it. It gives a bonus to strength and defense, doesn't it? Oh, strength and speed. Yeah, Kellum doesn't benefit from the speed as much. Really, a Pegasus Knight would like that, but not exactly allowed to use any Pegasus. Oh, yes, by the way, I need to trade that physics staff over to Maribel, so, I mean, even though she can't use it at this point. Well, I may as well have Kellum take it. And as far as other things go, let's just deposit this goddess icon because I prefer to save those for later. And how's everyone else doing in the weapons department? Stahl needs a new iron sword. Let's go ahead and get one. Or do we already have one? Let's see. Bronze. Okay, Mary Sue's got an iron sword she hasn't used yet. I do think Stahl needs a new iron sword. Although, he can use steel weapons right now, so I might as well wait until we get steel weapons, actually. Which is not for a little while. Also, how we're doing in terms of healing staffs. I think Lissa is fine for one more chapter, but no more than that. I think we're just about fine as far as inventory goes at this point, but as far as levels go, Crom and Mary Sue are above the pack, Longku is 6, Stahl and Sully are both 7, almost 8. Ricken got a lot of experience from the last chapter. Maribel definitely needs some more healing. Vake is relatively fine. Muriel might need to catch up a bit. Donnie's more than fine. Kellum is more than fine. Virion is, I think we're mostly fine as far as experience goes. So I guess really all that's left is to head on to this chapter. Oh yeah, it's actually been a while since I recorded the last part of this, so there's a merchant here. Let's go ahead and shop.
Take your time.
And her inventory isn't all that great, really. Just an iron bow on sale, which is totally useful since we only have one archer, and a concoction. Let me just see. Restores 20 HP. You know, really, now that we have 2 healers, we don't exactly need that. Sorry, Anna, you don't exactly have the best. Oh, you're also selling dark magic when we have no dark mages. Yeah, totally useful, Anna. Anyway, time to finally begin this chapter, and I'm really looking forward to this one because, well, not only does this have a lot of very vital plot, and yeah, a lot of plot's going to happen here, but a character is going to join who, let's just say, it's a character I really, really like. Here we go. Chapter 6. Spoilers. You'll see why I call this chapter that later. So, now it's nighttime. And Crom is just standing for a moment here, and is about to have a deep bonding moment with Mary Sue.
Crom?
Yeah, this kind of makes me, glad that I didn't initiate their S support yet, because this would be a little awkward. They're still pretty much talking to each other like friends at this point.
Listen.
Yeah, we kind of figured that, so, like I said before, Yillis isn't exactly the squeaky clean pure country that we thought it was. Now, this is kind of interesting, remember this. So, Crom's father died 15 years ago. I'm so sorry, but this line feels really ironic, because guess what? We recruited Donnie, a farmer who could barely wield a pitchfork, and we are potentially sending him to his death. Yeah, way to be a hypocrite, Crom. Thankfully, we just opened up an avenue for supplies. But, yeah, war is always pretty horrible to both parties involved. Now, here's why this is important. So, here's the thing, okay? Crom's father died 15 years ago. Emmerin took the throne... Crom's father died 15 years ago. He died before Emmerin was 10. That means that, at this point, Emmerin is around 24 to 25, I'd say. So we can actually kind of figure out Emmerin's age from that, and from that, we can actually figure out the ages of Crom and Lissa, because there's actually official artwork that shows Crom, Lissa, and Emmerin younger. That actually shows all their ages at the time. From this piece of artwork, it indicates that when Emmerin was 14, Crom was 8, and Lissa was 4. Yes, that is right. So, essentially, Crom is 6 years younger than Emmerin, I think, by that case. Yeah, 8, 9, 10... Well, yeah, 6 years younger. So, at this point, if Emmerin is 25, that would make Crom 19, and if Lissa is 4 years younger than Crom still, that would make Lissa 16. No, wait, no, 15. Yeah. So basically, yeah, at this point, Crom's 19, Lissa is 16. 15, damn it, I keep messing that up, yeah. So, pretty much about how I'd expect Lissa to be. Anyway, enough of that random talking. Ouch. Yeah, I can pretty much see that. Someone who's been through that much and been persecuted by their own people, yet who still respects them and treats them kindly. But because of that, she tends to get targeted by certain kinds of people. Because a leader that's strong, yeah, other people would probably be thinking, hey, if we remove this leader, then taking these people over would be really easy. And this is quite an interesting line, but... So... yeah, Crom is taking it upon himself to be Emmerin's personal assassin and kill Gangrel.
Right.
Hey, weren't you trying to kill us before? And yes, Masked Marth can kill you.
Good evening to you.
And has a unique voice clip for just that one line. Yeah, you do get a game over if you die to Masked Marth, so that was a battle to the death. And because of that, judging by what happens here, Masked Marth's actions in Chapter 4 really confuse me. I'll talk about that much, much later. Well, I think Lissa was mentioning that back in the barracks a few chapters ago.
Crom?
Yes.
Yeah, Crom tends to break things when training. Part of why you should be glad the Falchion has infinite uses.
Right.
But how did Marth know that?
Hmm?
Right.
Well, that's kind of obvious, but,
No.
And here's where things get interesting. Apparently, Marth has seen spoilers for this game's plot. And apparently, according to the spoilers Marth has read, it says that Emerine apparently dies tonight. That's not good.
My apologies.
Yeah, Marth, have you been playing around with Shulk's Monado during your time in Smash Brothers? That could cause certain issues.
I'm about to save your life. From him.
And suddenly Marth can do ether. One showing a promoted enemy, that's pretty
I
nice.
trust this proof will suffice.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, shocking plot twist, I don't believe it!
Wait, you're a woman?
And quite the actress, too. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't figure it out until just now.
Shocking plot twist, I never knew that in advance, I totally didn't already know that, I'm sorry, I don't want to hide it anymore. We're launched immediately into the battle preparations without much time to reflect on what just happened, but yeah, this Marth, quote-unquote, is a girl. Which means she can't be the legendary Marth of old, because he obviously wasn't a girl. So, that happened, and again, no time to reflect on this at all, really. So, that is a little strange. But anyway, they still have the parallel Falchion and the totally useless Dual Strike Plus skill. Don't think you can participate in Dual Strikes with them if you stand next to them, but I could be wrong. Anyway, though, this plot twist was by far one of the most spoiled things in this game. Literally, the moment this game first came out in Japan, this reveal was all over the internet. Really, the only thing that surprised me was the fact that it was revealed so early on. I honestly never expected you to find out Marth's true identity in only Chapter 6. So that was the real thing that shocked me. I was like, what, they're revealing this now? So I guess it's not really that big of a spoiler. What is a big spoiler is this character's actual identity. We know that they're not the real Marth, we know they're a girl, that's all we know for now. Do not post anything more than that in the comments or I will delete your comment immediately. Yes, even though their identity is obvious to people who played a certain game that loves to spoil things, don't spoil it here. Anyway, we have Emmerine here too. Emmerine, while technically a sage, has no weapons and very, very low stats. Now, this is technically considered a route chapter. However, it's more like a defense mission. If Emmerine dies, we do indeed get a game over, so it's our job to protect her. Here is the only avenue that she can be attacked from at this point, so we want to make sure this is guarded. But really, in practice, I find that enemies generally never get close to here, as long as you block off all these points. We have to block here, although Marth, or should I call her Martha? I'll just call her Martha at this point. Martha will have this place blocked off. We'll need 2 units to block this area, and we'll need someone to block this area too. But if we manage to block all of them, Emmerine should be perfectly safe. We just need to make sure that we grab that treasure chest next to her, because I forgot that in my practice attempt. Anyway though, the enemies here, the one thing you might notice is, their affiliation is listed as unknown. Ooh, mysterious. We are fighting an unknown foe. Enemies of unknown origin. Ooh, scary. Anyway, we have fighters here. Mostly axe users, thieves, and dark mages. So, even though they're unknown, it's pretty obvious they're Pledgian. But, yeah, lots of fighters, couple of thieves, couple of dark mages. and some Cavaliers. I believe this is the first time we've actually seen enemy Cavaliers, so that's unique. These fighters here, watch out for them though, they have steel axes. And leading them is that who I think it is? Is that really him? Yep, the boss of this chapter is Maleficar himself. And that was also something that really surprised me. When I first did this chapter, I was like, holy crap, the main villain is the boss this early? He doesn't have any dark magic, despite being a sorcerer. He has an Elfire Tome and a droppable heal staff, which he can't use. Anyway, one more interesting thing about this map, though. Huh. A regular enemy with a unique name and portrait? Yeah, we pretty much know what that means. We'll get to him later. So first, it's time to select our units. Definitely want Lisa here, obviously, and I have to take Mary Sue. You actually want to bring your avatar to this chapter for reasons that I'll show, definitely. Longku will be useful with all these axe users. He can pretty much dodge tank one of the choke points, no problem. Stull and Sully have some of the best defenses we have, so I'm going to bring them. But speaking of defense, I want Kellum and Donnie here. For that, we have to cut out a couple of people. My first cut character is obvious. Ricken hogged all the glory last chapter, so he's going to sit this one out. Let's put Kellum in. Now, I do still want Maribel, because having two healers here is useful. As you can see here, our group is split into two. Having one healer for each squad is very useful, so I'm going to take Maribel. Sadly, she'll have to be without her her sweetheart for this point, but missing out on one chapter together is probably fine. Now, I kind of want Muriel because long-range support is useful here. Vake, not so much. He'll get his chance later, but not really here, so I'm going to pick Donald here. Last time, though, I brought Virion. Virion is very useful in this chapter because, well, having an archer is always great when you're doing choke pointing. But he didn't really do all that well last time, so I'm going to leave him out here. He'll be very useful in the next chapter, just not here. Now we've got our characters, let's make sure they're all in the right positions. So Kellum and Donald are here, Stull and Sully are separated. That must not happen! Stully must never be broken up, for we must protect the integrity of the Stully. The Stully shall always be Stully. Anyway. Yeah, Lisa and Longku are here, Crom and Mary Sue are sadly in the same group, and I like having Muriel in this group too. Now, something to note, you want to put your best defenders in this group. One, because you'll need to have two characters blocking here at once, and two, the left group is actually going to be getting support once the chapter begins. Not yet, but let's just say that they won't be 5 characters for long. Anyway, that's pretty much enough, so let's go ahead and save and begin the chapter.
Yes, sir.
Well, we've got an assassin here who for some reason is not in this chapter, because if we were fighting enemy assassins now, that would be way too unfair. So this guy's obviously having doubts. We know what that means. Yeah, it should be pretty obvious to you that you can talk to this guy to recruit him to your side. Well, I mean, he is still a thief after all.
Sister!
No, if we did that, you would be brutally slaughtered by a huge horde of enemies.
Think again.
Yeah, Crom said it right. We can take these guys. And yes, Emerine is going to stay where they are, well, where she is, so she's not going to move, don't worry. It's not like one of those, like the last chapter, stupid derpy Anna. Anyway. Okay, so apparently we have to defeat the boss here. Yep, we have to beat Maleficar. Something isn't right. There's something that Valadar didn't plan for in his evil villain song plan. Oh, but something... It looks like Valadar has something to do with Mary Sue. That can't be good. But Mary Sue certainly doesn't belong on this stage, because she's a fan fiction character, but still. If Valadar's pleased she's here, that can't be good. And apparently Falchion, not the Falchion, it's actually just called Falchion. I didn't realize that before. It's gleaming. Yeah, maybe it has been influenced by Shulk's Monado.
No.
Yeah, Martha is just getting a vision here. We don't have to do much except, if she walks up to us and presses B, yeah, that's the only time it'll have any effect.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but she's not really telling us much about what she's doing. Yeah, that's kind of weird. They implied this would be a defeat boss chapter from the dialogue there, but actually it's a route chapter. And once again, more please run away. And I just realized I should have brought the chest keys. Thankfully, though, Crom has a convoy. So, we have Storm Cloud's music again, but first let's set up our defensive perimeter. Let's form Stully again. Let's form Donam. Donam. That sounds very strange. Anyway, I think Callum should take it at this point. Oh hey, I could equip Ephraim's Lintz if I wanted to, but don't really need it yet. Send Stully here, and we'll want to equip swords where possible, because most of these enemies will be using axes. And make sure Maribel is not in range, but she should be around here so she can heal. Don't use the rescue staff, that'd be stupid. Do have to watch out about this guy. Yeah, watch out for this guy, because I mean, he is definitely going to get killed by Martha during the ally phase, but the enemy phase occurs first. Now, what you really need to be careful of, make sure we're cautious of this guy's range. We don't want any Mathis incidents here. For those who don't know, Mathis is a character from Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon who has this tendency to get himself killed before you can recruit him. He also has a tendency to charge into and brutally attack his own sister, but that's beside the point now. We just need to make sure that we're out of his range, because otherwise we could end up accidentally killing him, and that's not good. Yeah, just also need to make sure that Muriel stays out of range of that axeman. And the other axeman. Let's just say, I think these two should be fine around here at this point. Just equip, not sure we really need the killing edge just yet. Muriel could certainly finish the job if we need her to. And it's enemy phase time.
You're all right.
Yeah, Crow and Marisu can pretty much tank this point by themselves, except that is annoying.
My turn.
Thanks, friend.
But at least we have Litter on this side. Oh yeah, that thanks friend line. That's actually kind of hilarious because basically Crom will friend zone anyone in this game. Dodging at 80%, that's pretty cool. It's useless because he was going to get hit anyway. I mean, he's going to do no damage anyway, but yeah. Yeah, Crom calls anyone his friend in this game. His sister, his wife, his children, all of them he calls friend.
Thanks.
So that's a weird thing Crom has. Sully, I worry about you. If you gain too much strength and defense, you're going to completely outclass Stahl, and that won't be good. I kind of want to use both of you. At least once Stahl promotes to Great Knight, he should be a bit more differentiated from her.
Very kind of you.
Yeah, at least he's still gaining experience this way. Oh, wow, you did that. Guess I didn't need to worry about this bandit at all. Of course, Martha is going to kill Steel from us, but that doesn't really matter. I should have equipped the Javelin. Even then, this is not going to do very much damage, and I can easily heal with Maribel. Yeah, I definitely should have equipped the Javelin, oh well. And we have lots of Dark Mages coming up that flank. And lots of Dark Mages coming up the center flank. Now, yeah, don't worry about the center flank too much, because even though things look bad there at the moment... Okay, yeah, Martha is going to kill this guy.
Good.
Yes! And we're getting a new character. And, okay, warning, I'm gonna warn you, bias alerts. This character was my avatar's waifu in my first pairing, so if I gush over how awesome this character is, it's because of that, yeah. But she is amazing as well, stat-wise. But anyway, as you can tell, she isn't human. She wants to wash her hands of the human race, but She's a blue unit, which
No.
means she's actually going to be fighting on our side here.
What?
Yes.
Yep, Martha's Monado powers have allowed her to, see that Pan would come here tonight.
Right.
Good.
This is kind of interesting because, to me, this conversation made a lot of sense in my first playthrough. With Pan marrying the Avatar in my first playthrough, it kind of made her a secondary protagonist, so it would make sense that this character would know of her. You know, I'm actually having physical trouble not calling this character by their real name, but I'll just...
My lord.
Yeah, let's just be considerate to people who haven't played this game before.
Yes.
Yeah, and other things that I won't talk about here.
You have my gratitude.
Are you
Oh,
ready?
by the way, I can mention that Martha is voiced by Laura Bailey, so she is certainly quite the actress. Laura Bailey is amazing, one of my favourite video game voice actors of all time. Anyway, we have a new character here. We have Pan, the last of the Targwell race. What's a Targwell? Well, a Targwell is this. Giant Killer Bunny Rabbit of Doom! Yeah! That's what a Targwell is. She fights very interestingly compared to other characters. So, to find out about her, which I'd kind of recommend, I'll just show her again. Click on the annotation, because I forgot to say that last time. Once again, Giant Killer Bunny Rabbit of Doom. Seriously, what is it with bunnies these days in gaming and being awesome? I mean, you have Mega Lot Bunny, and now you have the Targwell. Anyway, though, you'll see, there's a glowing yellow tile on this guy when I select Crom. That can only mean one thing.
Hey.
Yeah, this guy has a unique portrait and a name, and he isn't a boss. We don't want to kill him.
What? Nope.
Yeah, so this guy is finally our first thief. Oh, and by the way, this is in fact the game's recruitment theme. It's a little weird by recruitment theme standards, but it's okay.
Good. Huh? Listen to me.
And yes, let's get him on our side now.
Right.
Those good intentions. This is quite a good translation, because you'll see why in a moment.
Hello.
So, you thought this guy was just your average stoic mercenary thief guy, didn't you? Well, let's just say he's actually quite different.
Sugar.
I love the voice actor's delivery there. The moment I heard that for the first time, I just burst out laughing. It just... He does this good job of sounding so stoic and calm, and then suddenly, sugar.
Done.
And he's immediately on our side. Yeah, Crom is right to be confused here.
Yep.
Yeah, he meant sweeten the deal literally. So, think of Volk, except instead of money, you have to bribe him with candy. But before we deal with our new recruit, I'm going to want to switch to Mary Sue and get rid of this Dark Mage, because otherwise he'll be a major problem.
It's all right.
Oh, that sounded like a horrible pun.
You're finished.
Well, you made Mary Sue angry enough to critical you. That's
That's it.
definitely bad. Now that's over, I can show this guy. To find out more about the sweet-loving Gaius, click on the annotation. So Gaius is a thief, so he can open up any kind of chests or locks that we deal with, so I'd normally want to get him there. However, I intend to pair him with Pan. Now, because of that, I'm going to need to do some complicated maneuvering in order to actually get him there. And it's, okay, usually easier if I can do this. Okay, so, here's how... Just, if I shouldn't have moved Muriel there. Okay, that's very, very annoying because I'm going to have to improvise now, and I may have to keep these two apart for one turn, which I don't want to do. Anyway, what we want to do is make sure that we get rid of this thief. Muriel does 13 to 15, and Pan, she does 14. Yeah, 14, yeah, that should be enough. Okay, hopefully I can manage to pull this off. That's a relatively iffy hit rate, but I'll try. Normally I would want Muriel to get the kill, but I would rather that Pan take as little damage as possible at this point, because let's see what she can do.
Apply yourself.
Bunny smash! Anyway, we kind of want to get Gaius over there as soon as possible, though, and Muriel is gonna get hit a lot if I don't move Longku here. I would prefer Longku go there, but again, it's not like I have much say in the matter. Longku needs to go down here just to block off Muriel from being, well, she's gonna be hit by the Dark Mage, but Muriel doesn't really care about mages. In fact, I think Muriel's gonna double this guy because I don't know why, but for some reason the Dark Mages in this chapter have horrible speed. It's really weird. I don't know why that's the case, but they just do for some stupid reason. Their speed is just really, really low. Speaking of speed being low, Kellum's here. Okay, who wants to get the... Actually, that's not a question. Donnie, of course, wants to get the finishing blow on this thief here. Oh, hey, he can double this guy. That's cool. Yeah, I'll use the new javelin to finish off this guy.
Ready when you are.
Yeah, like I said before, thieves give very good experience, so you want to make sure that characters that you take them down with... Okay, Javelin is rank D, and Stahl can't use that, so if I want Stahl to get this... to take out this Dark Mage, I would end up exposing Maribel, and that would be stupid because there's a Cavalier incoming. So, instead, I'm going to go ahead and switch over and equip myself a Lance because the Cavalier is going to attack us, and this guy I'm not so concerned with at this point. Normally I would really love to heal. I'm going to have to bleep that out, aren't I? I just did it. I just made a Freudian slip. I'm going to have to bleep that out in the editing. Anyway, I'm going to want to heal this person for experience, but I can't do that because if I do, Maribel is going to go squish. I knew I'd do that at some point. I knew I would do that. Stupid. Just knowing spoilers is always annoying. I actually can't believe Crom didn't finish that guy off. Dark Mages are known for their defense, though, and I'm kind of glad you just gained skill there, Mary Sue, because your skill was lagging a bit. Also, Mary Sue learned the Solidarity skill. I believe that increases the critical rate of any allies nearby. Also, we got a wind tone that we can actually use, and oi, 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 oi! Hands off the waifu, mate. Well, you're gonna learn firsthand that attacking a bunny is a bad idea. And and you viewers are gonna also learn firsthand that bunnies don't like magic. That's pretty much Pan's one Achilles heel, and I'm gonna need to heal her very soon. Oh yeah, stupid coward Dark Mage. Oh yeah, look at me, I'm gonna attack the guy who can't counterattack. I'm so courageous. I totally aren't scared of getting hit at all. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, you take a hit. And I would have liked a dual strike there. Yeah, okay, that center point is getting very, very overcrowded. I'm going to have to fix that soon. Once I get Pan in there, as in, like, Pan blocking off that point, it's usually fine. But before then, she actually needs some serious healing. But first, it's, pair-up time. That's going to help a little bit. And Muriel is hopefully going to take this guy out. Longku is going to have to sit this one out a bit. It's a shame because
The predicted outcome.
I'd very much like him to gain some experience, but... Okay, you're gone, because I need to do this. Okay, that's not going to be a full heal, but it's good enough for my purposes.
I owe you a debt.
Oh, finally no strength. In my practice run, she did actually gain strength there, but... okay, that's gonna be one short of KOing you, actually. That's annoying. But you kind of don't want Gaius to go there. My plan here is that Pan goes on the front lines and Gaius finishes off any stragglers that Pan weakens heavily. But she still doesn't really like magic all that much, but at least she has a better dodge rate now. I know she has to go here, but the thieves aren't much of a threat to her at all. It's the axe guy I'm worried about. But if she gets hit by one mage and one axe guy, I don't think it should be too bad, hopefully. Okay, here we go.
I'm feeling this.
And I'm going to leave this guy on 1 HP. Dual strike, please. Nope, I didn't actually realize that. That's actually really bad. I should have noticed that I would have left him on 1 HP. Now I might need to get a little lucky. Speaking of, I hate to have Crom and Mary Sue hog all the experience, but I'm going to have to do this. Probably. I just want to show that Crom's rapier is effective against cavalry. It's not exactly the best course of action here because they use lances, though. I mean, not rapier, but... Yeah, rapier. I was using the falchion. That was stupid. Yeah, here's the rapier. Yeah, that's much more effective against the cavalry, except... I don't want him to get hit twice by these guys because that would result in him dying. Instead, I'm going to leave it so that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I pull back a little, Crom should only be attacked by one of them. But then Lissa would... You know what? I don't want to have to do this, but I'm going to have to do this.
It's all right.
Checkmate.
Really? I would have preferred if Crom had at least dual striked and gained a little bit of experience into the bargain, but no, Mary Sue, you had to hog all the glory. Well, I mean, you are a Mary Sue, so that actually makes sense, but still. Okay, it's at a point like this where I see a prime opportunity to move the defense line forward. A tactic that I actually quite like doing. Oh no, that could be bad. I want Starl to gain the experience here, but if Sully doesn't dual strike, I will not be able to move the defense line forward. I mean, it won't be a big loss, but still.
I'm right here.
I would very much appreciate a dual strike. And of course, I didn't get one. But at least you leveled up. And in the end, that's really all that matters. Okay, at least you got strength. I'm still a little worried about your defense. Just looking at him compared to Sully, I'm still a bit worried that he might end up getting RNG screwed, but still. I'm actually going to attack with a nearly broken javelin.
Good luck.
Just to get that out of my inventory.
I've done it.
Almost there. Oh hey, another Iron Lance that Donnie can use. Also note that this Iron Lance has actually lost a little bit of durability because, yeah, while enemies have weapons that are droppable, they will still keep their durability, so if an enemy wears out their weapon a lot, it'll affect you, and I can easily just get rid of that Bronze Lance. I don't need that anymore. Okay, the enemy that can attack there is a Dark Mage. Maribel has relatively decent... Wow, Maribel won't take much damage from that guy at all, really. So I guess I can safely heal Donnie. I know this is not much HP, but Maribel has been falling behind as far as experience goes, so... And you're too concerned about attacking Stully anyway. Dodge would have been useful there. Also, I really need to watch out for this Steel Axe guys, because I think they're going to be coming pretty soon. One hit's probably fine. Crom, come on, Crom. There you go.
Thanks.
What was up with you not dual striking before? Oh, another level up from Mary Sue. And that was interesting. Luck finally went up. Yeah, you're not going to do much, and I wouldn't have doubled this guy anyway, so I'm fine with breaking the javelin on him. Oh, so close, not quite. Okay, this is bad. I may need a lucky dodge here.
Okay.
Please dodge. Thank you. I think she's safe.
It was your time.
When it comes to giant killer rabbits, any time is your time. You face one of these, you are going to get destroyed painfully. Oh, come on, at least...
I like it.
Okay, I'm going to need Maribel to heal him soon. I really, really hope the that other guy is in range. 5 damage, that's a little more than I expected.
Let's go.
Oh, wow, nice! Very, very nice there, Pan. I mean, then again, Pan is always amazing, but whatever. Another guy. Okay, yeah, I've got to watch out for... What's he doing? Are you doing something sneaky there? You seem to be... Okay, I'm a little concerned about that, because he seems to be ignoring my defense line over there. Then again, I have defense line Bunny over here, which is certainly going to be better. And I think now might be a time to switch over to Gaius, as weird as that sounds. Because Gaius actually hits surprisingly hard, especially with a giant, awesome bunny supporting him.
Taste my fury.
Fun thing about Gaius, I actually didn't use him all that much in my first playthrough. In fact, I pretty much never used him at all, because I almost immediately reclassed Pan to Thief and made her my main lockpicker, so... Yeah. Anyway, though... I need to remind myself to bleep out the time when I accidentally said this character's name. But anyway. As much as I want to do this... Actually... No, Gaius needs one more level. Lizard can at least go over here and heal Mary Sue, just for a bit of extra experience. And I don't exactly want to take that guy down just yet, so I want to retreat a little bit, but not so much that I break the defense line. And you are going to do 13, Crom has 15, Crom won't die, thankfully. That's good, and Muriel is safe here. Oh yeah, by the way, Martha here isn't going to do very much now. She doesn't really move. In fact, she doesn't move at all. I just realized she has no movement range, so that's weird. Okay, yeah, I'm very worried about you. But first, I'll take this. Honestly, though, these guys are the bigger threat, but if I do that, then Donnie's going to need healing, and then Starl already needs healing, so... Gotta conserve the healing here. Might as well do this.
I can help. Damn. Hooey.
Okay, now we get to see a level up. Pretty nice. Again, magic is rising for some bizarre reason that doesn't make much sense. Okay, in fact, I may want to pull back the defense line a little bit here. Because I actually still want to use Starl here, it's just that getting attacked by 2 mages at once and then a... Actually, how's Sully's resistance? Starl has less experience, but I would actually prefer that Sully... Yeah, I would prefer that, of course, Sully's going to take this other way, but... Kind of prefer... Actually equip this. Now both these guys have javelins. Although... Okay, and he can't even actually attack. And healing Donnie now might be a good idea. Because he's going to be attacked by a Steel Axe Man and potentially 2 Dark Mages. That only just occurred to me. That's very, very dumb. Okay, this could be bad. Yeah, okay, this shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, wow, nice. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Congrats.
That was actually really awesome. Yeah, I'll talk more about Gaius's dialogue when it's less hectic, because there's a few very interesting things when it comes to Gaius's dialogue. His dialogue revolved around a pun in Japanese that doesn't exist in English. Oh, I'm a little scared right now.
We can do this.
Okay, 10 damage. Please miss. Nope.
We can do it.
Yeah, well, you have incredibly bad accuracy. And you hit anyway. Okay, let's hope the enemy used up all their luck like that. I should have equipped the javelin here. Okay, if this misses, we're safe. Yes, we're safe. Okay, that's good. Well, unless the Steel Axe guy is brutal to Donnie or something like that. 8! That was even worse than I expected. As in, like, even more terrible than I expected. But Maleficar has moved now, so he's realized that his incompetent minions have failed him. And he's coming right for us, and he's probably got a villain song prepared for his moment of triumph, so let's take him down before he has a chance to do that. Okay, first though, we need to get rid of these Dark Mages pronto.
Come on. I'll have a go.
Thank you! Oh, no, not quite.
Hell of a fight.
Yeah, Style's getting a little less experience from dual striking at this point. Yeah, as much as I want to get rid of you, can I get rid of you immediately? I can even use the Javelin for that. That's very good.
Hey, over here.
Also, the reason I'm not using... Really? I missed a 90? I missed a 90! I missed a 90! That's literally anything over 90% is like 99% in true hit terms, so that was ridiculously awful luck. I could actually lose this chapter because of that.
You saved my hide.
Oh, let's hope that Maribel really has saved our hide. Okay, who needs the experience more? Actually, Muriel needs the experience the most here.
I'm feeling this one.
Haven't exactly been on the top of my game today. This isn't really a difficult chapter, but it can have problems if you don't, if you get really unlucky like that. Okay, right, we have one guy there, because pretty much all the enemies are gone except for those... Okay, don't press end or Crom would die there. Okay, as much as I want to heal Crom, let's just see. Actually, I'd probably rather use... Well... Yeah, I'd actually rather let Long Ku kill the Dark Mage. Except he might not be able to.
It's all right.
Be silent.
I take that back, he can.
Are you done?
Now, please get strength. That would be appreciated. No, he didn't. Okay, that's actually really annoying. He is gaining a lot more defense than he usually does, though, so I guess that's looking on the bright side, but still, that's annoying that he's not gaining strength. And speaking of annoying, I do not want Mary Sue to hold any more experience than she already is, so I'm actually probably going to pull back a little with these guys. Okay. Operation Present Dark Mage with a more tempting target is go. I'm actually... Oh, I'm using my previous waifu as bait. This feels horrible, but I have to do it. Last time I tried that on the AI, though, they didn't fall for it, so... I'm still a little concerned, but I'm actually going to be moving these guys back a bit. And I want to grab the chest key that I put in the convoy a few chapters ago. Yeah, I'd rather Long Ku get this experience. And he didn't. Well, Operation Present More Tempting Target. Actually, wait, why didn't you attack Sully? That's the first Donnie crit we've seen, wasn't it?
It's over.
Oh, if that means that, though, then perhaps that... What the heck are you doing? Wow, the enemy's AI is so dumb I didn't even need to freak them out with a more tempting option. That was... What the heck was up with the enemy AI there? Yeah, I'm very confused. I don't even know what happened there. I mean, you have a slightly weakened character with low resistance here. You have a slightly weakened character with low resistance here. Yet the Dark Mage attacks the full health guy. What happened there? What? honestly, I mean, I'm glad it happened, but still. Anyway, I'm actually going to go ahead and have Muriel take that chest key, because as it stands, she's probably the main one who's going to go ahead and get that, and as much as I don't want to, I'm actually going to have to fight Maleficent with Mary Sue. The reason for that should be, it'll make sense in a moment. And I really desperately need to heal both Crom... Well, actually, I don't need to. Yeah, kinda need to take this guy down. Yeah, this will be enough. You know what, these guys' AI being as dumb as it is, I'm incredibly surprised the assassination attempt on Emmeryn actually succeeded in an alternate universe, because you'd have to be doing very badly to let it happen. I mean, I've never even seen an enemy get anywhere near close to Emmeryn. On Lunatic mode, maybe, but on normal or hard, I've never even seen anyone come close. Speaking of which, we pretty much have no threats left in this chapter.
Thanks.
Yes, and I don't want to speak too soon, but no threats does include Maleficent, because he's actually kind of easy. And again, I really hope I didn't jinx that. Because Maleficent, well, we'll get to him when we get to him, really. I would actually really like... I had Pan and the Avatar take him down in my other file, but first I'll just have these two stand here. Oh, hey! We got a conversation, that's cool. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story about what happened in my first playthrough with, I'm not letting Crom and Mary Sue get that event tile. They've had enough event tiles for one lifetime. Yeah, and these guys are pretty much just gonna stay back here not doing all that much. Except, you can heal Martha. And Donnie has gained enough experience in this chapter. Here comes Maleficent. Anyway, the only real risk here is we have to make sure we don't kill him before we get this chest. Because if we did, that would kind of defeat the whole point of getting that chest key in the first place. Firstly, can... Oh, okay, an item. Superior Bow. This is a bow that essentially has a built-in bow breaker skill, giving hit and avoid plus 50 against enemies equipped with bows. This would make Virion a very good archer killer, although it does require a pretty high B rank in bows to be able to use it. Now, I'm just thinking, can Maleficent reach us if I... Actually, wait a minute, what am I thinking? I have the physics staff. I mean, this is not exactly a good use of it, but... And yes, oh, good thing that I moved there, because otherwise he would have been able to reach Lissa. Now, here's the problem. I hope that I'll be able to take Maleficent down if I just move these guys down. Because your movement range is 6 because you're a promoter class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's your full attack range. Okay, that's good. Now, just in case I don't take down Maleficent immediately, I'll just move a couple of backup options into place. And... Sorry, Martha, but waifu bias. By this point, I can kind of imagine Maleficent slowly creeping down these hallways singing In the Dark of the Night or some other similar villain song about how he's going to kill Emmeryn and how he's going to win and take over the world and laugh maniacally about it. But we have a chest again. Okay, that's a stat boosting item. Increases skill by 2. Skill, you don't usually... Everyone has good skill in this game, except for one, and we won't meet her for quite a while. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to make sure that we did this was that if we attack Maleficent with Mary Sue, of course, using a magic tome is not exactly that useful. If we attack Maleficent with Mary Sue, something interesting happens. Special boss dialogue. Apparently, Valadar knows the truth about Mary Sue.
You can do this.
Whatever it is, I don't want to know.
Face me.
Wow, Valadar, you're surprisingly defensive. But he's almost certainly going down now, because... Can Pan do it? I know that this is not exactly the most... I'm worried about that 2% critical, but I think I can negate that with the right number of characters standing next to them, so I think I should be okay. Huh. I mean, again, I know that isn't the most productive thing to do as far as experience goes, because other characters need it more, but...
Thank you.
I guess Gaius kinda needs it more, but that's a 5% chance of a critical, so even more worried about that one. Yeah, see, let's just see what happens if we move Stully there, move you, like, there, and I still have someone to pick up the slack if these guys fail, and no more critical chance. Okay, perfect. So yeah, what happened in my first playthrough is, basically, I had my avatar paired up with Pan, we stepped on the event tile here, it activated a support boost that involved Pan saying, "I've never seen you so happy," and then, attacking Valadar, Pan dual-struck twice, despite not even having a support rank with the avatar. That was pretty much the moment that made me realize, yep, I'm definitely doing this pairing. Also, thankfully, unlike in Fire Emblem 12, you don't lose access to normal boss conversations if you see a special boss conversation, so... Anyway. Time to take you down, Maleficar.
Guess who?
Okay, that was pretty good. No, this is all wrong. I was supposed to be the greatest Disney villain who ever lived. How could you have known? Was it because I was singing very loudly about my plan to kill... Whoa, that was a good level up! Oh, if only you got a perfect level up there. But that's still amazing. And with that, chest obtained, both event tiles done. Kelm and Donald were the heroes there. Interesting. Well, the assassination attempt has failed, thankfully.
Thank you. Forgive me.
I mean, the Pegasus Brigade would have been good against those Dark Mages, but against those Steel Axe users, I still would have worried, so maybe it's best that we took them on.
No.
Kind of weird, you never really see Feeler's Pegasus Brigade do anything in this game.
What?
Or Martha, as I call them. And of course she's gone. That's good, because otherwise I'd be tempted to accidentally blurt out her real name like I did before. But this music means Crom's gonna find her again. And that means I have to avoid saying her real name again. Like, you honestly have no idea how hard this is. Again, I'm so tempted to call them by, again, their real name, but I don't want to say that, because that's a spoiler. It's a spoiler that pretty much everyone knows. Even before this game came out in English, everyone knew. The moment this game even came out in Japanese, it was all over the internet who this person really was, but I just want to be considerate to people who somehow don't know that. Like how, I mean, there are still people out there who don't know dies in Final Fantasy VII. Yes, Martha does have a tendency to leave without saying goodbye. But she saved our lives by doing virtually nothing, just standing in one spot and only attacking one guy. Apparently that deserves repayment.
Still.
But apparently, we've successfully changed fate, which means the awesome music from Xenoblade Chronicles should be playing right about now.
Listen.
But don't you see?
I still love it in Xenoblade Chronicles when you see a vision of an enemy doing 0 damage. Sometimes you don't want to change fate. Well, that's certainly dramatic.
No.
So apparently if we got a game over here, then all of humanity would have been wiped out.
All right.
Bye, Laura Bailey. Your voice acting is awesome. Speaking of awesome...
Thank you.
Yeah, because she didn't really get a chance to fully introduce herself before, because we were in the middle of a battle, it's time for Pan's proper introduction. Now, normally I'd say, ooh, convenient and neat a plot device here, but this is one point where Mary Sue talking about this is justified. Targwell have never appeared in the series before, so we do need to know about them.
Well,
But Pan is the last of the Targwell. And apparently people have various racial slurs for them. That is literally all we'll hear of that. There's no major racism plot like there was in Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. Speaking of which, if you view Pan's support conversations, especially with the Avatar, it's heavily implied the Targwell are descended from the Lagoos of Tellius, basically. And apparently she's not friends with us yet, despite the fact that she was just awesome. It's Serena's Forest all over again.
good question.
Your only experience with humans has been with Maleficar, hasn't it? Again, kinda sounds like the Beast Tribe.
I am so sorry. Ugh.
This scene is interesting. It actually kind of resonates with me being Australian, but if I kind of gave a full explanation, most of you watching this probably wouldn't understand. But let's just say that this...
Please.
That and it's got political controversy, but basically this scene does have some resonance for at least me, being an Australian. You say that now. You will someday, definitely.
Thank you.
Well, she has certainly earned our trust. Meanwhile, Maleficar has been banished to Disney Villain Limbo. The place where all Disney villains go before they get resurrected for Kingdom Hearts. Of course, I highly doubt this guy's gonna make it to that game.
Validar.
But who is this mysterious footless person? I haven't commented on the character's lack of feet just yet, but it's really noticeable here.
What?
I am the fell dragon Grima.
Meanwhile, outside of Disney Villain Limbo...
Forgive me.
You know what? Validar seemed to have something to do with Mary Sue. Perhaps Mary Sue has been a spy all along. Oh, if only. Well, considering they were mostly axe users and dark mages, they probably were Pledgians.
I forbid it.
But she does have a good point. Although it's still dangerous if she's here. But if we stay here constantly, we should be able to... Well, we would be able to protect her, but then the rest of the game would pretty much consist entirely of defend missions and would get kind of boring.
Still, Your Grace.
Apparently we have an Eastern Palace. No one's mentioned that before. But considering this is a Fire Emblem game, chances are the Eastern Palace has already fallen or been infiltrated or both.
Yes.
And with that, that chapter is over. Yeah, a lot of cutscenes in that one. But with that over, and the ambitions of Malefifar thwarted for now, I will see you next time. Yeah, the plot has started to get pretty intense here, so see you next time for more awesome bunny action. I mean, more Fire Emblem Awakening.